New rules. Start work while your new permit is processing. Welcome back to Canada Chronicles. Today we're breaking down IRCC's 2025 update that lets eligible workers start a new job while their new employer-specific work permit is still processing. You'll see who qualifies, the exact steps to follow, and the common mistakes that can cost you your status. Stay to the end, because we'll also unpack the hidden power of maintained status, how it can save your career in Canada, a simple strategy that can keep you working legally when plans change. If you're a worker looking to move fast or an employer trying to hire without delays, this will help you avoid costly errors and act with confidence. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss critical updates that affect your future. Ready to switch jobs the right way and protect your status? Let's get started. For years, many foreign workers in Canada faced a slow and rigid process. If your permit tied you to one employer, you had to wait until Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, often called IRCC, finished processing a brand new permit before you could start a different job. That wait kept people in roles that no longer fit, paused income, and delayed hiring for businesses that needed talent immediately. Processing times often stretched from several weeks to a few months, so a better offer could not begin until approval arrived. For families and employers, the timing gap hurt. The temporary flexibility that began during the pandemic showed a better way, and in March 2025, IRCC signed a modernized public policy that took effect on May 27, 2025. The change lets eligible workers begin the new job while the new employer-specific permit application is still being processed, as long as they follow the exact steps and wait for authorization. Understanding the new policy. This option is not automatic. Workers must qualify and complete the steps correctly before any new work can begin. 1. Be inside Canada and hold valid temporary resident status. 2. Hold an employer-specific work permit or be work permit exempt, but now require an employer-specific permit for the new role. 3. Submit a new employer-specific work permit application from inside Canada. 4. Send the IRCC web form using the exact template text and include the priority code PCHANGEWORK 2020. 5. Wait for the authorization email from IRCC that confirms you may start the new job during processing. Online applicants typically receive the email within about 10 to 15 days. You can only start after that authorization arrives. The authorization lasts until IRCC approves or refuses the application, or until you withdraw it. If the application is refused, you must stop working right away. Who benefits from this rule? This policy is designed for people whose permits tie them to a single employer, a single occupation, or a specific location. For example, if Maria is a cook in Ontario on a closed permit and receives a stronger offer from another restaurant, she can apply for the new permit, submit the web form with the correct wording and code, wait for the authorization email, and then begin the new job while IRCC processes her file. The policy also helps those on maintained status, which many people know as implied status. If you apply to extend your permit before it expires, you can remain in Canada and, when eligible, continue working under the same conditions while IRCC decides. With this policy, you can change employers during that period once you receive the authorization email. Some workers who were previously exempt from needing a permit might now require an employer-specific permit for a new role. They can also use this pathway to begin sooner once they complete the same steps and receive authorization. Who does not need this policy? Open work permit holders do not need interim authorization to change employers. If you hold an open permit, such as a spousal open work permit or a post-graduation work permit, you may switch jobs or occupations without this process. The interim authorization is strictly for people whose permits restrict them to a specific employer or job. Why this rule matters in 2025. Canada's labor market depends on talent across healthcare, skilled trades, food services, transportation, agriculture, construction, hospitality, and food processing. Employers in these industries rely on temporary foreign workers and permanent residents to keep operations running, fill persistent gaps, and support growth. Workers want mobility, safety, and fair conditions. This policy advances both goals. Workers can move to safer, better roles more quickly. Employers can hire qualified candidates already in Canada without waiting months for a start date. The timing is important. Canada is tightening temporary resident intake adjusting student pathways, and focusing on targeted selection through express entry categories. A faster and lawful way to match workers with jobs helps everyone adapt to the new environment. The process in detail. To keep this practical, here is how to do it correctly from start to finish. Step 1. File your new employer-specific work permit application online from inside Canada. Step 2. Submit the IRCC web form. Choose the correct topic and paste the exact template text that IRCC provides. Step 3. Include the priority code PPCHANGEWORK 2020 within the message, so IRCC can locate and prioritize your request. Step 4. Wait for IRCC's reply email. This email gives you authorization to begin working for the new employer while your application is pending. Step 5. Start your new job only after the authorization email arrives. Keep a copy of the email and your application receipt with you at work. Common pitfalls to avoid. Small mistakes can delay your start date or put your status at risk. Avoid these errors. Starting the new job before IRCC sends the authorization email. Changing the web form wording, forgetting required details, or omitting the priority code. Confusing open work permit rules with closed permit rules. If you already hold an open permit, you do not need this process. Misplacing proof. Keep copies of the application receipt, your current permit, and the authorization email for employer records or inspections. Worker protections and employer obligations. The modernized rule reduces the chance of exploitation by giving workers real mobility. If conditions deteriorate, you can move to a safer or better paid role without waiting months. Employers benefit from a faster time to hire, but obligations remain. Employers must follow wage laws, maintain records, and comply with inspections. The goal is speed with integrity, quicker starts that still protect workers and uphold standards. The bigger immigration picture. This change fits a wider shift in 2025. Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada recalibrated points in express entry, introduced category-based draws to prioritize skills like healthcare, science and technology, engineering, mathematics, trades, education, and French language ability, increased financial requirements for many new students, and launched caregiver pathways that provide a clearer route to permanent residence. In a year of tighter intake and targeted selection, enabling lawful job mobility helps Canada place talent where it is needed most, while giving workers a practical way to protect income and careers. The hidden power of maintained status, how it can save your career in Canada. Thanks for staying with us this far. We appreciate your time and hope you're finding this information valuable. Many viewers overlook how powerful maintained status can be when combined with the interim authorization. Maintained status begins when you apply to extend your permit before it expires. You remain in Canada while IRCC makes a decision, and when eligible, you continue working under the same conditions. If your old employer-specific permit has passed its expiry date, but you filed on time, you can still pivot. Apply for the new permit from inside Canada, send the web form with the exact wording and the priority code, wait for the authorization email, and then begin the new job during processing. This saves careers when life changes quickly. Hours get cut, businesses close, or a better offer appears. Because you filed on time, you stay lawful. Because this policy exists, you can move forward without a long gap in pay. Employers benefit too, since they can bring you in sooner and keep projects on track. Why maintain status matters right now. Treat maintained status like a safety net. File extensions on time. Keep proof of submission and your current permit handy. Do not begin any new job until IRCC emails authorization. If IRCC refuses the application, stop working immediately and consider restoration or a new status pathway. Following these steps keeps you compliant and protects your future options. Changing employers in Canada no longer has to mean months of waiting. If you hold a closed work permit, you can file a new employer-specific permit application, submit the IRCC web form with the correct wording and the priority code PPCHANGEWORK 2020, and start working only after IRCC emails authorization. Combine this with timely filing to maintain your status, and you gain a clear legal path to switch jobs, protect income, and move into better opportunities. Employers gain a faster way to fill roles with talent already in Canada. Keep your documents organized, follow every step precisely, and you will navigate this update with confidence. Thanks for watching Canada Chronicles. If this helped, tap subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update that could affect your status or hiring plans. Drop your questions or real-life scenarios in the comments. We read them and use them to guide future videos. Share this with a friend or coworker who needs to switch jobs the right way. See you in the next video.